I would ask Senator Blackburn, is the ice cream limited to the children?
Senator Cruz, you showed up on time today, so you, too, deserve ice cream. I will be certain that at lunch I serve you ice cream.
I will take it. Senator Lujan.
It looks like I'm joining you for lunch, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, thank you for this hearing today. It's good to see you both here and with family support. That means something. Ms. Trustee, in last month's Supreme Court oral arguments in the USF case, the Solicitor General noted that the FCC commissioners do not have statutory for-cause removal protections. In our meeting yesterday, you stated that the issue of for-cause removal was subject to pending litigation and that you would not weigh in. Regardless, it appears that President Trump believes he can fire you at will when confirmed. How will you maintain your independence if the president can fire you simply because he may not like a position you take?
Thank you, Senator. I appreciate the question, and I understand the importance of the issue. My job, if confirmed, is to focus on upholding and enforcing the law. Whatever happens with what's subject to pending litigation, my first obligation is to fax the law and with respect to the proceeding that comes before the commission. And that's, I think the FCC has a very transparent and open process. And my commitment would be to making sure that I have, what I would commit to, I have no fear, without fear or favor, I would make a decision with respect to any individual or entity that comes before the commission.
I appreciate that. Yesterday when we spoke, I shared with you I was a former utility commissioner and the importance of the training I received as an administrative law judge. And while we may be able to gather information elsewhere, it's the importance of the record. The decisions that will be made that are in front of you will be based on the record that is established. Is that something you agree with?
Yes, Senator.
I appreciate that. Ms. Trustee, as I shared with you yesterday, I've also been very disturbed by the actions taken by Chair Carr to investigate broadcast companies for their editorial decision-making. In January, Chair Carr reinstated complaints against ABC regarding its moderation of the debate between Trump and Harris. Trump complained that the debate was, quote, rigged, and stated, quote, they ought to take away their license for the way they did that. Do you think it's appropriate for the president to call for the revocation of broadcast licenses?
So, Senator, I think President Trump has First Amendment rights to express his views. My responsibility, if confirmed, is to focus on the facts, FCC precedent, and the law in carrying out whatever the decision-making process is for proceeding before the commission.
As part of that, in March of 2025, Chair Carr gave an interview to Bloomberg News in which he said, any business that are looking for FCC approval, I would encourage them to get busy ending any sort of their invidious forms of DEI discrimination. In addition, Chair Carr said that CBS's editorial decision regarding an interview with Vice President Harris would factor into the review. My question to you is, do you think it's appropriate to consider a broadcaster's editorial decisions when reviewing a merger?
So, Senator, with respect to mergers or transactions, I would look at them through the lens of what advances the public interest. As you know, these are very fact-specific cases that require a thoughtful and thorough review of information in the record, and I would be guided by the statute.
Let me ask the question very clearly. Do you believe that the FCC should be weaponized against media organizations?
No, Senator.
I appreciate that very much. Now, Mr. Isaacson, I have many questions for you. I want to be, I'm always aware of my members, my colleagues' time as well. I'm going to submit your questions to the record. Ms. Trustee, I just want to conclude by sharing with you that you have an ethical record. You have a strong reputation on Capitol Hill. Protect it. You have a bright future. We need good Democrats, good Republicans. I don't agree with all your positions. I don't agree with all my Democratic colleagues' positions. But the FCC should be a strong, independent body. We need good people there, and I appreciate you being here today. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman, if I could, before we continue, for the record, Senator Fetterman would like to be recorded as an aye.